Welcome back. The next episode of Bad Summer. The last video I got very dramatic talking about water and rivers. But in this one, we're trapped in a forever corridor, kind of a backroom situation. So let's see how this episode pans out, baby. And we have to remember, apparently, the whole thing. We have to remember these walls. It all went wrong. Christ, I spoke too soon.
Keep your flashlight close. If you spot an anomaly, shine your light on the problem and it should go away. Probably.
Didn't I do the whole probably thing? I drew my flashlight from my belt. My utility belt. Just what I needed. Much better. I needed to find a way out of this godforsaken place.
Remain calm, rely on your senses, and the light will guide your path. Observe and overcome. Or die. Horribly.
Why does it have to be horribly?
Ta-ta!
Ta-ta, my dear! I'm ready. Right, okay. This is not an anomaly. The door is normal. It is a regular standard door. Nothing special about it. Much promises. Next, this is an anomaly. It looks similar to the normal door, but there are key differences. The eyes behind it are glowing, for a start. The door is open, and it should be closed. This is how we fix the anomaly, by left-clicking on it. Alright, whatever. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Good floor. That wasn't there before, was it? You may have missed something on this floor. If you move on too soon, there will be consequences. No, stay and check again then. Okay, fine. Okay, so let's... Oh. I don't remember this being there. These are the same. I don't see anything here that wasn't there before. Apart from this, the 5th floor. I don't remember that writing being there. Yeah. Next floor. Take the risk. Right, next floor, next floor, next floor. Next floor. Take too long. Got it! Oh, I got him. Got him. Like a laser beam. Oh, that's gone. That's smashed. That's missing. That shouldn't be there. Fourth floor. Missing picture. I know what I'm doing. Just stop saying I don't know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. Okay, that seems all righty-toity. Next. Go. Here we go, here we go. I caught the monster mid-movement as well. He was all on the floor like a sick gecko. I can't move my mouse. What? Come on. Oh, fine, fuck. Alright. Loops of hell. I've done what you could not tolerate. Oh, trust me, it was wild. You'd be amazed by me. I had to drink my Evian water. It got serious. After what felt like an eternity, true story, I made it out of the labyrinth, and there was no tight-trousered David Bowie in sight. Somehow, impossibly, I was back in my office again. Everything felt normal. My surroundings made sense. This was the reality I remember. One of the few. Not whatever nightmare that was.
Oliver.
Oh, hello. Is this my girlfriend? Because she's very on it. Hello. I jumped back violently, immediately reaching for comforting weight of my gun. When the shadowy creature made no effort to attack, I hesitated. Those penetrating crimson eyes, once dreadfully intimidating, seemed docile now. Its body, which was nearly naked and unmistakably feminine, hovered above the ground with an unfathomable lightness, floating, weightless as a feather. This thing, she, was beyond my comprehension. Baffled, I stared in stunned silence, my brain struggling to make sense of it all.
Don't be afraid,
She said. Her sultry, otherworldly voice was soft, disarming whisper. I lowered my weapon, intrigued by the strange turn of events. This was not how I expected to end my shift today. She reached out to me, shadowy wisps circled around her slender fingers. It was surprising. It was an intimate gesture. Or a trap, potentially. Or perhaps an attempt to make a connection. And if I can't romance this woman in the game, I will riot for a start. My hand twitched. The rational part of my brain screaming at the sheer insanity of the idea. Everything about this creature defied logic, defied everything I thought I knew about the world. I touched her. It's not like that. It was like reaching into an unknown void. A gamble with stakes I couldn't quite begin to comprehend. She had every opportunity to kill me tonight, but she didn't. Why? Was there a chance this being, this divine, sinister, dark, Lilith-esque being, feminine, could she mean no harm? There's two options here. I could go to jail, or I could do the sensible thing. So we're going to go to jail. Slowly, hesitantly, I extended my own hand. My palm felt clammy. Her fingers, my fingers, trembling. This is distinctive, classic, top-shelf sexual tension. I think she's horny and I'm tense. Or is it the other way around? I don't know. Either way, someone's upset. The fluorescent lights of my office seemed to dim, the sounds of the city outside fading into the distant hum, as if I was falling out of reality. It was as if the world was holding its breath, waiting to see what would happen next. The gap between us closed, her fingers long and slender, the way I like them, and nails like polished obsidian brushed against my skin. A jolt of electricity shot up my arm, but it wasn't painful. It was strange. I was intrigued. The sensations flooded my mind, images and emotions that weren't my own. She carried a sense of ancientness, of vastness, a power that dwarfed anything I had ever encountered. Oh, trust me, this handsome, blue-eyed, blonde-haired babe man, he's seen a few things. And beneath it all, a profound loneliness.
You, the protector of the weak and downtrodden.
Yes.
You help people. You save them. I've watched you.
She's to the point. She's gorgeous, but here's the problem. If that hair lifts up over her face, will there be a gigantic eye? with multiple eyes inside, like the Oculus-like alien out of Alien Earth series.
I see you.
And how am I judged? I swallowed deeply, struggling to find my voice.
You've been watching me. Why?
Why?
Watching you is fascinating. You intrigue me. You are different from the others. You care.
I suppose.
You help.
I'm a good guy. Not exciting, but a good guy.
It is my job to help, yes. Is that why you watch me? Do you need my help too?
She didn't answer the question. But her pleading eyes said it all. Oh, she's desperate for help.
What are you, really? You don't seem like an abnormal. A monster would have killed me by now.
You seek the truth. I can tell you. But it requires payment.
This is my moment I've been waiting my whole life for. To sell my body for the enrichment of humanity.
What kind of payment?
I'm going to act shy as if I've never heard of it before.
A
Oh,
kiss.
what? A soft sigh escaped her lips, her gaze searching mine with an intensity that made my heart race. The air between us was thick with unspoken words, a chemical concoction of pheromones and intent. A kiss in exchange for knowledge, you say? I couldn't even imagine the secrets she kept close to her barely concealed chest. If there was a chance to know, I gave in, hesitantly mind, giving her shadowy cheek a tentative kiss, a small peck, a gentleman's smooch.
Kiss me like you mean it.
I felt an invisible pull, a force drawing me closer to her, bridging the impossible gap between our worlds. Her fingers tightened around mine, the coldness of a touch, sending another jolt through my arm. This time, it wasn't jarring, it was comforting. Her face was inches away from mine. Her crimson eyes, pools of beautifulness. No, I couldn't see the intricate patterns. I could see the intricate patterns etched into her skin. Swelling lines seemed to shift and change with unnatural motion. My lips met hers with tenderness that surprised me. Obviously, this is overly sensual. I'm going to have to cover this bit up. It's a very lovely breast, but when you see it, it'll probably have a silly face on it. Puppies. Try and remember. It was a kiss unlike any I had ever experienced, a merging of worlds, a collision of tangible and ethereal. I deepened the kiss, my hand finding its way to the back of her head, my fingers threading through her silky hair. Her lips parted slightly, and I could feel her energy flowing into me, strengthening me, filling the void within my soul. Then I wrapped my arms around her. She curved into my touch, her body arching gracefully. Is there naughty music in the background? I cupped her boobies. needing the softness with the rhythmic squeezes. How could I resist? She felt so good within my palms, as if this was where she was meant to be, right here on my desk. All the business. There would be no more loneliness, no more watching from the dark, no more distance, no more mind games, and just a pinch of sexy fear. Why request a kiss when she could have every inch of me instead? I don't know what point I need to cut this off. Anyway, he was fiddling with her mouth, and he familiarized himself with the softness of said body part. With this needy groan that escaped her was heavenly. To call this being merely perfect would be a vast understatement. I was very excited, feverish perhaps. Straining. Okay, do you know what? You're going to play this game yourself and you're going to read these bits. And we're going to get to that bit. But I yearned to bury myself into the depths of her shadowy soul. To map every corrupted fold and sink deep into the true nature of her core. When we finally broke apart, gasping for breath, I felt irrevocably changed. The world around me seemed sharper, more vibrant, imbued with a sense of magic that I'd never thought possible, at least for me. In her eyes, I saw not a monster, but a kindred spirit. Two kindred spirits from two different worlds. She was in a being of immense power, yet I felt her immense loneliness. She was reaching out for connection in a universe which had cast her adrift. Could be Lilith. Then, as abruptly as she had appeared, she was gone.
Bloody hell.
I know, Oliver, you've really been at it. Talk about being on the job. Nearly day one. Oh my god, this is going to get very hot and heavy, isn't it? Oh, I blushed. Coughing and spluttering, I collapsed into a muddy bank, waterlogged and shivering. My clothes clung to me, heavy and cold, each movement sending me an wave of icy discomfort through my body. Oh no, I'm in a thin white cotton dress and I'm all wet. I see. Anyway, back to drama. I gasped for breath. There's a lot of gasping in this game. I gasped for breath, my lungs burning from the shock and exertion. My heart hammered against my ribs, a frantic rhythm against the sudden stillness. The image became unblurry, and I returned. Oh, thank God, they're all there. I thought this was going to be a hot and heavy on the bank situation, of which I was going to fast forward through, obviously. Suddenly, I was surrounded by the others. Their faces swam into focus. Was that annoyance? Concern? It was hard to tell through the blur of my own panic. Candy was there, her brow furrowed through on her. It looked more like a cartoon confusion than actual worry. Well, she is hand-drawn. Her usual bright energy shimmered just beneath the surface, barely contained. Summer was assessing the damage to the collapsed bridge, shaking her head. Jake twirled his marker between his fingers. Eyes locked on the crashing waves below. A crooked, unhinged grin tugged at his lips. Like he wouldn't mind if the sea had swallowed him whole. Well, that's very cheerful. Andre leaned against the tree, humped it, some say. Arms crossed, expression unreadable. He looked like he'd rather be anywhere else. Are you okay? What happened? No! You guys left me. That's what happened. That's what's up. I thought you and me were going to be hot. A partnership for the summer. You were going to be my summer girlfriend in her little shorts. Confusion. You mean you left us? We reached the fork in the path and we had turned around and you were gone. We looked everywhere for you. Good thing we found you before you became fish food. Nobody would save me.
I hate to say it, but Jake's not wrong. First rule of hiking, stick to the marked trails.
Thank you, Summer.
This bridge has been crumbling for years. Campers are strictly warned to avoid it. And staff? We should know better. Trying to cross was like begging for disaster. What were you thinking?
Must get a break from having to do all the reading.
I...
Okay. All right. Well, we're back in. I stumbled over my thoughts, scrambling for an excuse. What could I even say? And I bolted off the trail like a fool in love because of the shadow? That something was after me. Although I could not name it, it was a thing. They'd think I'd lost my mind, because I have come across Flighty.
Sorry, I messed up. Big time. It won't happen again.
Summer crossed her arms over her ample chest. She was unconvinced. She had a lioness's glare.
It better not. No more bridges, no more being chased after by bums. From now on, you're sticking with a partner.
And who will be my partner?
Partner?
That's right. Here at Camp Bear Ridge, we got a buddy system. Newcomers get paired up for a few days to watch each other's backs, stick together, and stay out of trouble.
Problem. There's 5 of us, and we need 6.
Normally, it's for the 12-year-olds, but since you've got a talent for finding chaos, I'm making an exception. You've officially lost your solo privileges.
I can't solo it anymore. She says I got to do it with her. I winced. A partner? Seriously?
I don't need a partner. I've just had some bad luck lately, and...
I'm doing this for your own good, damn it, Jenny. You'll thank me later. Your assigned buddy is...
Me.
May. It's gotta be May. Okay. I blinked. I was stunned. Don't look so shocked. I know these woods better than anybody, like the back of my hand, of which I haven't looked at for a while. I've been through every trail, every cave, every nook, and everybody's cranny. Every animal burrow in a 10-mile radius. Can you do that? I taught the survival course, you know. Aren't you impressed? Twice, actually. Jake rolled his eyes. And she's very proud of it. Of course I am. You need someone who'll make sure you won't get eaten by a bear or fall through another bridge. You see, you are accident prone, and you need my big strong arms to hold you up and protect you. No offence, though. But none of you are qualified. You're all imbeciles, in the sweetest possible way. So congratulations, Jenny. Until I deem you adequately camp savvy, which is a new term I'm currently trademarking, you're under my wing, chickadee. Ooh, she's in the summer program now. Poor girl. Laugh all you want, bitches, but Jenny needs structure. She needs to be controlled. That's why we've got these cuffs. And no one's better at structure than me. I control everything. Do not have a control problem. Therefore, before I could protest, Summer grabbed my wrist. I knew she'd do that. Tugged me forward. And then with ceremonial flair, she clapped her hand firmly over mine. She's quite forward. I like that because I'm quite terrified. See, I told you, it's the yin and the yang, isn't it? You need the bossy with the slightly submissive, like the mix, right? Creates a nice dynamic. Everybody loves it. And then I get to be a bossy bitch. And women love that in a man. They really do. They're like, oh, Cheekster, you're such a bossy bitch. And I'll be like, yeah, baby, it's just the way I roll. They're like, go on, shout at me again. Talk at me for hours about nothing again. Beautiful. I am single. Summer. There, bonded. Like a contract in blood, only less messy. I'm telling you guys, Summer is the murderer. I stared at her, unsure if it was supposed to be if I was supposed to be grateful or terrified. Well, she did threaten me in a roundabout way. Well, start with the trail safety drills tomorrow at dawn. You've got a lot to learn, chickadee. Try not to cry when she makes you eat tree bark. Just swallow it and don't protest. Only in emergencies we eat bark, and sometimes I must call emergencies depending on various stimulus gone wrong. I give it 2 days before she snaps. I give it 1 before she thanks me. She said it with that infuriating confidence of someone who'd never been wrong in her life. Summer's lips curled with quiet satisfaction. There, see? Teamwork.
After some time, we reached a clearing in the trees. The sun blazed overhead, casting golden warmth across the open land. In the center stood the main cabin of Camp Bear Ridge, rustic and sturdy, the wood-paneled exterior weathered by time. Wide fields of flat, open ground stretched endlessly beyond the massive structure. It seemed perfect for pitching tents and setting up campfire circles. I expected the buzz of preparation. Camp counselors arriving in groups, hauling gear, laughing, unpacking supplies, maybe arguing over tent spots. But there was none of that. No walkie-talkie chatter, no hurried footsteps, barely any parked cars. Just us, standing in a vast sunlit clearing that felt far too quiet for what was supposed to be counselor training. Bear Ridge was the most popular summer camp in all of New Empress. The place should be teeming with activity this time of year, shouldn't it? Jake was the first to speak up.
Whoa.
Oh, I thought he was actually going to speak. Alright, okay, fine. Jake is like, whoa, dude, sup. Is it always this quiet? Candy's like, yeah, where is everybody?
Oh.
I don't know. This is so strange. For a brief second, Summer's confident facade faltered. Her eyes scanned the clearing, narrowed and alert, like she was calculating something. Her posture stiffened, the corners of her mouth twitching downwards. Uncertainty flickered across her face, like a shadow. It was swift, but noticeable. That brief crack in her armor said more words than words could ever say. Ever. That's when I fell in love with her. Then, just as quickly, she straightened her shoulders and smoothed the tension from her face. Maybe everyone's running late, y'all. Let's check in with Ian. Summer led our advance into the main cabin. Candy tapped my shoulder. Where's Andre? Oh, that's a good point. I shrugged, my gaze sweeping over the campgrounds. There was no sign of him anywhere. We stopped at the front door of the cabin. Summer reached for the knob. I said, that's not the door. And she pulled. It didn't budge. Huh? She tried again, twisting harder, then rattling it. Still locked. That's not right. Ian's always here early to greet everybody. He practically lives in this damn place. She backpedaled and scanned the front of the cabin. That's when I noticed it. Wait, there's something on the door. I stepped closer and peeled a ruffled piece of paper from where it hung crookedly on the cabin door frame. The ink had bled slightly, like it had been written in a hurry. Candy peered over my shoulder at the letter. That's from Mr. Matthews. I know his handwriting anywhere. It's like chicken scratch. Ooh, give me that. She snatched the letter from my hand and read it out loud.
Hey, Bear Ridge superstars. Got a family emergency that needs handling, but I'll be back before the kids arrive. Please use your tents for shelter instead of the cabins for now. Long story, plumbing issue. There's a cooler with food and drinks locked in the back shed. Keys are with Norman. Stick to the itinerary and I'll see you soon. Behave yourselves, Mr. Matthews.
Huh? Who's Norman? Oh, bloody hell, Norman! Looking for me? I yelped like a little girl, spinning so fast I nearly tripped over my own feet. Candy shrieked, hiding behind me, clinging to my shoulders for protection. Even Summer flinched. I locked eyes with the lanky, red-haired, handsome, thick-rimmed glasses man, and his pale face splashed with freckles. Quite adorable, really. Judging by the Camp Bear Ridge uniform, the keys jangling at his waist. I was looking at his waist, nothing else. This must be the guy Mr. Matthews mentioned in his letter. Norman. Christ, Norman, you scared us. What the hell did I tell you about sneaking up on folks? I could have karate chopped you through the window. Oh, trust me, bro. I wasn't sneaking around, honest. I've been here all morning. It's you guys who just showed up late. Summer raised her palm, silencing him.
Whatever.
Ian said you had the keys to the shed. Yes. His trembling fingers fumbled with the shed key before he shoved it into Summer's outstretched, domineering hand. He couldn't meet her gaze, his eyes darting around, as if searching for an escape. Even as a newcomer, it didn't take long to see Norman as a total pushover. I almost felt sorry for him. Norman's gaze flickered to me, Jake, and then Candy. You guys must be the new counselors, right? Hey?
Welcome to Camp Bear Ridge. Yay!
I wish Mr. Matthews was here to greet you guys, but you read the note, right? Norman sighed deeply, his brown eyes dark and troubled. He was acting weird before he left, like something was really wrong.
I'm really worried about Mr. Matthews.
Jake, Candy, and I exchanged wary glances. Summer flipped her hair over her shoulder again, didn't she, writer? A smug grin plastered on her face. Obsessed much? Norman's cheeks flushed a vivid red. Obsessed? No, just worried. Ian's fine. You're overreacting like usual. He'll be back before you know it, and everything will be as smooth sailing once again. We'll do our jobs, take care of the kids, and get paid, just like every summer. So take a breath, Norman. Do your little job and try not to spiral like you did last year, okay? He nodded obediently.
Sorry.
Okay, Summer. Jake piped up. That sounds fine and dandy. But where is everyone? Shouldn't more counselors be here for training? Why would it just be us? Norman hesitated, then glanced towards the narrow hiking trail, snaking through the dense forest, dappled with golden sunlight and lined with ferns. Some of the others are arriving late. Ian told me to expect a second group or something by this afternoon. Summer nods. I'll go wait for them. Someone has to make sure they don't wander off into the woods like Jenny did here. Oh, Jenny. Silly Jenny. Very cute, Jenny. Norman perked up immediately, shaking his head a little too fast. No. I've got it. I'll go. I'm good at things like this. I can do things. You've been good enough. You've got enough on your plate. Summer, it's the least I can do. Terribly sorry. Summer raised an eyebrow. You sure? I don't mind. Positive. I insist. He gave her a hopeful smile, the kind that screamed pick-me energy without saying a word. All right. I'll let... It's just, she's such... Jenny is just... Like, it doesn't matter how you cut it. Jenny is coming across as a bit of an arsehole. Anyway, let's move on. And desperate. And terrified. Anyway, moving on. None of them seem to be stable. Norman. I'll let them know where to go. Give me a grand tour and give them a grand tour. You should rest. You deserve it, Summer. No one fought him on it. Summer shrugged and waved him off, already losing interest.
Whatever.
Do it yourself. Without another word, Norman turned and started down the trail, shoulders hunched like he'd been bracing for something. I watched him disappear around the bend, a weird unease settling in my stomach. I didn't know the guy, but the way he walked off alone like that, it felt wrong. Summer clapped, her hands twice, sharp and authoritative.
All right, listen up. The sun is going down soon, and unless you want to spend the night being feasted on by mosquitoes, I suggest you pick a spot and start setting up your tents.
Would we not be in the house? She stepped forward, eyes scanning for the tree-ringed clearing with a natural authority, like the forest itself elected her as in charge.
Try to spread out a bit. Plenty of space. No need to be on top of each other. And keep your gear close. I don't want to hear anyone crying about their stuff getting soaked in dew or getting dragged off by some curious critter.
Nobody argued. We scattered, quietly sizing up the land around us. The forest was still, the shadows growing longer. I had to get this tent up fast. I chose a flat patch of ground, a little ways from the others, where the grass had been pressed down by time or traffic. I couldn't tell. It looked good enough. Unzipping the tent bag felt like a puzzle in itself. I practiced once in my backyard, but now the pressure was on. I nearly forgot the entire process, and if Summer saw I couldn't put my tent up, she'd think I was a right silly Billy. I glanced around, and Candy was already halfway through setting hers up, with a little smirk on her face. I could have slapped it off. And Jake? He hadn't even started, which was not to be completely a surprise. And Andre looked like he was about to build a cabin out of spite. Oh, he's back. I turned back to my mess. The tent fabric flopped like a dead fish. The one of the poles was trying to stab me in the shin. I took a deep breath, crouched down, and tried again. Slower this time. Stake by stake, pole by pole, one little clip at a time. We're in the, okay, right, what we forgot. Build tent. Okay. We're in the building workshop. Oh, fun fact. Getting killed by wildlife is one of the rarest ways to die. Okay, whatever. Eventually, it stood. Sort of. The tent leaned a little to the left and sagged in the middle, like it was tired just being alive. But it was up, technically. Full of gaps. The rain? Is that not a thing? Oh no, they're the poles, aren't they? I should spruce the place up a bit. Or keep it natural. Oh, we've got an option. Original and ours. That's good. Ooh, pink and pretty. That's nice. And then we've got green and earthy. I'm going to go with pink and pretty, I think. In real life, I would choose original and ours. Possibly green. And I have no idea why we're decorating it. But I guess we will be here for a while, right? Need some extra sparkle in your life? This girly tent overflows with soft pink hues, twinkling fairy lights, and charming accents. Perfect for a magical escape. Oh, I love it. Absolutely do. Pretty and pink. Just the flair this place needs. I made up my bed and fluffed up my spare hoodie as a makeshift pillow. The fairy lights cast a soft glow overhead, making the nylon walls shimmer like moonlight on a quiet lake. I laid back on my bed, legs crossed at the ankles, the smell of grass, fabric, and distant campfire smoke settling around me. For the first time all day, I felt good. Not perfect, but good. I pulled my songbook, its corners bent, the cover scribbled on, and flipped to a blank page. My pen hovered, then landed. The words arrived slowly, careful and unsure, as if they weren't quite ready to be seen. Ah, music. I used to tremble at the break of dawn and shadows, and I danced until the courage was gone. I tapped the page, mouth pursed. Paused? What's pursed mean? I don't know. Pursed? Pursed. There you go. Mouth pursed. I've pursed my mouth. Hummed a little melody. Scribbled a G chord. The tent may have been crooked, but in that moment, it felt like my own tiny studio. I could hear the guitar in my head already, low and steady, humming under the lyrics. Outside, the evening wind rustled through the trees. Inside, I kept writing. Then came the footsteps. Soft at first, crunching lightly through the grass outside. I froze, pen hovering above the page. Someone was up close. A shadow moved close across the thin nylon wall. Before I could call out, the flap opened. And it was my blonde girlfriend who puts her hair over her shoulder. Summer flipped inside without warning. No knock, no announcement. She strolled inside like she owned the place. Her hair still perfect, like the humidity had signed a peace treaty with her. Erg. It's like a sauna out there. Summer spotted the songbook in my hands. She snatched it, shamelessly scouring the pages. Hey! I begged. I lunged for my book, but Summer held it just out of reach. She's quite a strong lady. Relax. This is your songbook, right? Don't worry. I'm just taking a small peep. Ha 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 ha! I bet you have plenty of campfire songs prepared, don't you, right? For the campers? I swallowed nervously. My stomach knotted as Summer flipped through the pages. Bloom. The latest song you've been working on. Yeah, it's not done yet, so you can't judge it. I like the lyrics so far. Powerful. How about you strum a tune and we perform it together? My vocals, your guitar. You up for it? My stomach churned with nausea. Play my guitar in front of Summer? She laughed, the nervousness written across my face, impossible to miss. Come on, Jenny, come on! It's just me, you know me. There's nothing to be shy about. You gotta stop being such a wallflower. You need to live a little. Summer handed me my guitar. With shaky fingers, I positioned the guitar on my lap. The familiar weight, somewhat comforting. I considered chickening out, but I thought of disappointing Summer. It gnawed at me. I couldn't let her down. I could do this. I must impress the hot blonde. I exhaled deeply, closing my eyes, and let my fingers strum across the strings. At this point, it was all muscle memory. Oh yeah. Bouncing to the tune. Darkness. Yeah.
Shadows crept until all courage was gone. But the sun whispers secrets to the sky. Don't fear falling. You're born to rise.
I'm so gonna kiss her. Okay, we've had enough of that. Right. I brought our song to a soft close, lingering on the final chord. Oh, love. You play the guitar like you were born for it.
Good.
I'm so impressed. I froze for a beat, then a goofy grin pulled at my lips before I could stop it. Praise wasn't something I heard often, especially from someone like Summer. This is so... You know what it is. Really? Really? I can't wait to hear you at the campfire. The kids are going to love you. Yeah, thanks. Summer handed back my songbook and made herself at home in my tent. She dropped on the foot of the bed like she owned it, kicking off her shoes and leaning back on her elbows. I've seen a girl do that before. I'm telling you, you're on, Jenny. You're on. Like she's not going anywhere. She's made the statement. The shoes are off, and the lean back on the elbows. That's a classic. Looking at you, little feet like that at the edge. We've seen it all before. She eyed the string lights I hung up earlier. It's real nice in here, cozy. I wasn't expecting a person like you to be capable of building anything like this. What do you mean? Kind of a mess. Is this like tough love? My high came crashing down instantly. I didn't know whether to thank her or to be offended. Some had that effect on people. Like you'd just been complimented and then insulted in the same breath. She expected you to say thanks either way. Cheeks warming, I closed my songbook and slipped it under my pillow, out of her line of sight. Some snorted at that. You know, you almost gave me a heart attack earlier when we found you on the bridge. I still don't get what you were thinking crossing a bridge like that. She shook her head and laughed. Have I not told them about the monster? I'm honestly a tad bit worried for the kids under your charge, because you, hun, are a walking disaster. Is this to treat them mean, keep them keen? Is this like oh no, because she knows I'm slavish. She knows I'm slavish. She's broken me down. She knows I'm just going to be like, oh yes, you're right, my love. You're so right. You're so hot and so in charge. And you're so right, my love. She's got my number. She was antagonizing me now. No sugarcoating, no sweet smiles, just throwing salt on the wound, like she wanted me to squirm. Oh, is this horseplay? And the worst part, it reminded me of high school again, like this whole damn bloody camp thing does. The days I kept my head down and counted the seconds until the bell rang. I could still hear the sharp giggles, feel the eyes on my back, and every step felt like walking a tightrope over mockery. This is real trauma. What do you want, Summer? Why are you really here? Honestly, I'm bored. Candy spouting about her spiritual alignment to Andre, Jake's drawing on himself like a freak, and Norman, but he still isn't back yet. I figured I'd see what the quiet girl was up to. We're buddies, aren't we? Partners? I'm supposed to watch after you like a newborn lamb. Summer's words threw me off. I can't tell if she was mocking me again, or if she buried somewhere beneath all that attitude she actually cared about me. I mustered my courage, lifted my chin, and met Summer's gaze boldly. That was it. I'd had enough of mind games and snide remarks. Brave. If this is your idea of looking after me, you're doing a horrible job. Summer's brow shot up. For someone so used to running the show, she looked genuinely stunned, like it had occurred to her that anyone might just push back. Like it hadn't occurred to anyone that somebody might push back, especially someone like me. Haha, you see, surprises. I'm full of them. The tent felt different then, uncomfortable, like the ground was shifted just an inch under her feet. Excuse me? You make these comments and the digs, the little smirks. You act like it's all just innocent teasing, but it's not. It's constant. Summer's eye twitched. It was barely noticeable, but enough to betray her. The first flicker of discomfort from someone who always looks so untouchable. I left my home to get away from this exact kind of thing. People like you. I was bullied in high school relentlessly. Every time you laugh at me, or twist my words, or try to make me feel small, it feels like I never left. The tent was quiet. I hadn't meant to say that much, but the words just started and they tumbled out. And the way you treat Norman. Summer raised her palm, cutting me off.
Don't think so.
Nah, let me stop you right there. That's what this is about, huh? Norman, really? She scoffed, flipping. What can he ever give you that I can't? Flipping her perfect hair over his shoulders. You've got a problem, writer. You have... This is a kink now. It's too many times. You've got a hair kink. There's a reason why I treat Norman how I do. And you're here yapping your jaw like you've got the full picture. Newsflash, you don't. There's history here, more than you've seen, and talking like you've got it all figured out just makes you look like a fool. I was almost afraid to ask about the real picture, but I did anyway. What happened between you and Norman? Summer sucked her teeth. Weird habit. The sound was sharp, annoyed. Whatever it was between her and Norman, she wasn't ready to spill it yet. Not yet. Her walls were up. I could tell pressing further wouldn't get me answers. Not tonight. I don't want to talk about it. It doesn't matter. But you know what does? You comparing me to some high school bully? That isn't me. That isn't me at all. You could have fooled me. I gasped. That did it. Summer straightened, her arms crossed over her tight bosom. I tried my best not to crumble under the heat of her glare. You think you've got me all figured out, don't you? I know how you make people feel, and maybe that's enough.
Whatever.
Oh, please, grow a backbone. Don't talk to me like that. The words cracked out louder than I'd meant. My voice wavered. But I did back down. My eyes burned hot with tears. I couldn't blink away fast enough. You act like you're above everyone. You act like you're above everyone. Like we're all just pieces in your little game. Well, I'm done playing. Summer rolled her eyes. But I caught a twitch in her jaw, the way her foot tapped against the tent floor. I came here hoping for a fresh start, and you're just a reminder of everything I was trying to escape. Angry. The tears fell now, unstoppable. My throat was tight, words barely getting out. I couldn't be here, not one more second. I shoved past her, throwing open the tent. A cool night air outside hit my face like a slap. But I welcomed it, because I like getting slapped. I didn't get far, though.
Jenny, wait!
She chased after me, grabbing my arm, with more gentleness than I expected. I turned to face her, tears still falling, chest heaving. Summer looked shaken. Her gaze faltered, fixed somewhere near my boots. She opened her mouth, then closed it again, jaw tight, like she was holding something back. Her hand twitched at her side, like they wanted to reach for me, but couldn't quite make the leap.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. God, I didn't mean for it to go like that.
We are breaking her down. You see, a lot of people look at the dynamics of the dominant and the submissive, and they think the dominant is in charge. And yet here we are, subs, winning the war. What? I cracked myself up talking so much shit. Anyway, back to the story. She reached up and wiped the tears from my cheeks with her thumb, her touch surprisingly tender.
Jenny, please don't cry. Not because of me.
We've known each other for like 5 minutes. She guided me behind the tree, away from the prying eyes of our co-workers. I didn't stop her. Her hand remained clasped around my arm, Steady, warm, supportive. There was something softer about her now, something I hadn't seen before, as if all her sharp edges dulled, just for me. I stood there frozen, heart pounding, when she leaned in to whisper reassurances in my ear.
I'm not your enemy. And this isn't high school anymore. Anyone bothers you, I'll kill them. I swear it, Jenny. They will die screaming in pure agony.
Bad summer. It's a bad summer.
And I'll just laugh, because they deserve it.
Okay.
And I'll get my act together. I promise. No more hot and cold.
Her words, rough-edged but sincere, settled over me like a warm quilt on a cold night. The sting in my chest began to fade, the tears in my eyes drying before I even noticed. Tucked away beneath the hush of the moonlit woods, Summer gently cupped my jaw. Her eyes locked onto mine, steady and certain. There was no hesitation, no plea. Summer knew what she wanted and intended to take it, unapologetically. She thinks she's in charge. She has no idea how I've played her.
You're mine now.
Oh my god! The moment her soft if it gets risque, you may see puppy images over things. I may have to block a bit out, but let's see how far we get. The moment her soft lips touched mine, my knees went weak. She took the lead without hesitation, like this was something she'd planned all along. Her mouth brushed mine with a kind of practiced ease that left me breathless. Every movement was deliberate, assured. I didn't have to think. I didn't have to wonder. I just followed her lead, melting into the kiss. Damn, Summer. That is exactly how you seduce a woman. Damn! Sorry. I mean, that is the way. It was unlike anything I've ever experienced. Then a scream tore through the woods. Sharp, shrill, and unmistakably human. We both froze. It wasn't far. It sounded like Norman. Oh my god. Oh my god.
New
Jeez.
Empress City was a chaotic symphony of noise outside my window. It was nearly midnight, yet the sirens continued to wail, emergency vehicles rushing through the streets endlessly.
He looks like he so had sex. And on that bombshell. So I'll make another video. I'll do the next one. I need to get up because my sciatica is bad, so I need to move around. So I need to stop recording for this one, right? But we'll go again. We're gonna do the whole thing that we can get through. This is a demo. This is a demo, guys. It's becoming like a series of series. I'll end up having to buy the bloody game now. Thank you, devs, for making a good game, you bastards. Now I'm gonna have to buy the whole damn thing. Well done. Anyway. All right. Until the next video, all right? Now, you listen to me. You need to lead unapologetically. Think about it.